Hello, it's Jan from Twink Stamping. I'm an independent UK demonstrator and I've come along today to do a card that seems to be popular at the moment, or the uh, shape and size of the card is very popular at the moment. That's the slimline long, I call them DL because that's the size I know it as. I've used some of the nice papers from the Peony Garden again, just using up scraps basically. I don't know if you can see, but I've also embossed around the outside just for something different. Yeah, so I thought you might like to watch me recreate this card. I use the Peony Garden papers with Flirty Flamingo, and the die cuts are both from the Ornate Frames dies, and I've used this one as the Flirty Flamingo colour, and then I've used this one over the top to actually put the sentiment on. Very nice they are, and they are the Ornate Frames. And just a little bit of a ribbon going on there, or a bow should I say, just to finish it off. Just a very quick simple card. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so you're going to need a piece of cardstock, Whisper White thick, and it's going to be 20 centimetres by 21 centimetres, or that way around, 21 by 20, and you're going to score it at 10 centimetres, and you're going to burnish that. Then I cut a piece of Whisper White at, can't remember, at 9.5 centimetres by 20.5 centimetres. So that's 20.5 or 20.5 by 9.5 centimetres. Okay, and now with that, I'm going to pop it into my cutter, and I am going to score it in half-inch increments, and I'm going to do 3 of those, half-inch, half a centimetre, so 0.5 centimetre increments. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do that on all four sides. I'm sorry it's a bit boring to watch, but I haven't mastered the fast forwarding of videos yet, so you're going to have to watch me. It'll take me a minute. I quite like doing this. This just gives it an added interest. Sort of framing it. Last one. You could of course you do this mat a different colour, but I like white on white. One more. Okay, so that is your mat with all your scored lines on. So it just gives it a bit of a frame and a bit of added interest. And that will be placed on your cardstock, your card base, like that. Okay, we could stick that down now. We will use the, as always, stamp and seal. If I can get it going. I can assure you people don't have the same problems as I do. It must just be me. There we go. That's got to be it. No, it's not. Come on. There we go. At last. I'm not a very good advert for it, am I? If you watch somebody else using it, they don't have the same trouble as me. So there is a definite knack to it. I just haven't found it yet. Dear oh Lord. I may have to give up with this in a minute because it's wasting my precious time. Okay. This will just need a very small border around the outside. The only trouble with using white on white, you can't actually see what you're doing. Okay, that'll do. You can't see if I've got that wobbly now, can you? So that is that. You are going to need a piece of Floaty Flamingo, or whichever colour you are using, and that is going to measure 17 centimetres by 6 centimetres. You are then going to use, you need a piece of your DSP at 5.5 centimetres by 16.5 centimetres. Okay, that is going to sit on here once you have coloured it. Okay, you're going to need a scrap piece of Floaty Flamingo and a scrap piece of Whisper White for your frames. Okay, we'll do those shortly. I'm going to get on and colour the flowers first. Hopefully I'm going to be in shot. I'm sitting down to do this. Try and get through it as quickly as I possibly can. It's a really nice paper to colour. I know you've seen me colour it before, but it is truly a lovely DSP to colour. Stampin' Up seem to be doing more of this type of DSP where you can colour it yourself. I think it's a great idea. Absolutely great idea. Not a lot of faffing, just quick colour. I'll have a little go at doing the coloured pieces on it, but you don't need to do much on it. The lines are already there for you to follow, to do the shading. We are almost in September, just a couple of days away now from September. I can't believe it. Cannot believe how fast this year has gone. Really can't. And then the next thing will be Christmas. And before the COVID in March, we were just getting over Christmas. You know, I can remember thinking, or saying even, when I was at work, when I came out of work at 5 o'clock, oh look, it's light, we can drive home in the light now. You know, we hadn't long been driving home in the daylight. But of course, since June, the light has slowly been disappearing at night. And we'll be back to the dark nights, early dark nights again very soon. That's a depressing thought. I do like the light nights. Feels like you've got so much more of a day, doesn't it? So this DSP is really nice. It's got all the really nice pretty pink patterns in it, and some that you can colour like this one. I haven't got an awful lot left, but what I have got left, you can see. I particularly like this one, and I love this one. I've used that on quite a few cards recently. You have, again, you could colour these, a bit more involved. You've got that pretty one, very, very pretty. That which is slightly darker than this one, but very similar. You could colour that one in too. Got that lovely marbling effect on that one. And you've got a plain one here, which is very handy. I believe that's the same pattern. Yeah, it is. This pattern on the back, which again is the same as this, but the colours are switched around. Really nice. That's a nice set of papers there. Peony Garden. We have used that quite a bit this year, but we need to make the most of our papers, don't we? So that's going to go on there. I can get it on straight when I'm not sticking it. Okay, here we go again. Right, we are going to stick this now onto the Flirty Flamingo cardstock. Oops, stuck to my finger. Going to stand up for this. Okay, stuck all over my fingers. Now that's going to sit lovely into there. Fits just perfectly. Got a bit of a sticky bit there. It's better. So yes, sorry, that's going to sit there. We can actually go stick that down now. I really am gonna have to watch that video on how to do this properly, because I am not a good advert for it. Right, make sure you get it on the right way so it fits perfectly into your, I think there's a small border around the outside. Like that. Okay. Next job is to cut out these two. I shall get the die cutting machine. Got myself a new set of plates, but I'm still using the bottom plate. I know it looks tatty, but it still works. I think what it is I hate marking the plates, and I know you have to, but for now I'll carry on using the old plate. So I've got this new plate to go on top, because what I was finding was if I was using, well, it was happening even on ordinary white cardstock. You can't see, can you? It was happening on ordinary white cardstock. It was leaving indents from the top plate. So I had to have a new plate on the top. I don't always stick them down if they're big dies. Sorry that I've moved you about. Make you feel a bit sick. So that is the one that we're going to stamp on, hopefully. I'm just wondering if I ought to cut myself another one just in case. I'm actually going to run that back, this one. Might not need it, but just for in case. Okay, chuck that bit away. Let's see how we're doing. That's cut lovely. Right, I am going to cut myself another white just in case we don't get a perfect stamped image. Now that one has got the plate on it, what I was talking about just now, where you can actually see the imprints of the plates on, and that one has. I'm going to use this side. Just going to use a scrap piece that I've got here. I'm shocking, I really am. I do keep all my scraps. Sometimes when I've got 5 minutes or I'm bored or whatever, I will go through my scraps and cut them up so that I know which bits are good, which bits I can use. And other times I just put them straight back in the packet because I'm busy. So that's it, that's that. Let's take this one off now. Hopefully we've got a nice clear. Yep, there's only a couple that I need to poke out. I have got a brush that sweeps it all out, but I don't need to. I shall need the brush to, I'll just get my brush to show you. They're fabulous, they are. They get all your bits out of your die without you having to stand there and poke them all out. There you go, all clear. Seconds that took me. So that is from, those dies again are from the Ornate Frames suite, frame set. Right, now we're going to stamp our sentiment on there using smoky slate. I like smoky slate with the Flirty Flamingo. I also like the fact that it matches the DSP. I can never ever tell whether I've stamped this up enough. I think I might have done, don't you? We'll soon see. So I'm going to pop it over here. I'm going to, but this one says, with friendly thoughts and best wishes today and every day, which is quite a nice sentiment. Oops, there we go. Love it. Could have done with being a little bit darker, but doesn't matter. You can see it. So we didn't need that one, so I can pop that in with the frames. So that next time, if I need some frames cut in, I can use that one. So now I'm going to pop this onto here, and I'm actually going to put wet glue on it. I think this has got top, sticky top. Don't you hate it when that gets stuck? Yucky, all gunked up. Okay, these are lovely. These fit perfectly. They are meant to fit perfectly in these frames. like so. Isn't that fabulous? You haven't got to try and measure it and work out how big to make it. It fits perfect, absolutely perfect. So all we're going to do now is that's going to go on here, on pads, dimensionals I should say. I'm just going to put 3 on there, don't need any more than that. Just going to pop a little bit of glue. For those of you who don't know, I always put glue on the back of my dimensionals so that I've got a wee bit of wriggle room in case I don't get it on quite straight enough. I need to make myself one of those little pots that I've seen lately on the Facebook or social media, wherever. They're making little pots for your Tombow to stand up in so the glue's always at the top. Great idea. I shall have to look for that tonight. Okay. I'm eyeballing it. I think that's probably about centre, but that's where it's going. Love it. And the next thing is the Wink of Stella, of course. So I'm just going to quickly Wink of Stella my flowers. So give it a bit of bling. Next job, I need to make myself a small bow, and for that I'm going to use the crinkled seam binding, which I thought I had out. Love this one. It's so small and it's really dainty. Crinkled seam binding ribbon. It's 1/4 of an inch wide. It's fabulous. So I'm just going to make myself a bow, and I'm going to try and make it as small as possible, because this, I mean, you can make a big one if you wish. No, that's still too big. That's probably more like it. Yeah, I like that one. Chop the end off. It's a lovely ribbon. I've got myself a new trolley today. You know, one of these hobbycraft trolleys, so that I can have all the materials I need next to me instead of spread all over my table. So I'm quite chuffed with myself today because I'm quite organised. Well, yeah. I don't really want it to cover up everything. Excuse me. That'll be okay. That'll be fine. I'm going to pop a glue dot, mini glue dot on there. You don't have to use a bow if you don't want to. The more practice you have, ladies, the easier it'll be. Because I know a lot of you don't like doing it. Don't like your bows. I don't want it to cover it. Okay, stop faffing. That one's longer than that one now. They're getting shorter and shorter in a minute. I'm going to load up with nothing. Okay, that'll be fine. Slightly offed. That goes there. That's the best place for that. There we go, that'll do. Now I'm going to put some gems on there, which I will, I'm just going to use the ordinary basic rhinestones again, because they are the best. I think I need to new packet, because these are quite big, these ones. But never mind, we'll just have to go with what we've got at the moment. Oops, that one. I have one here. And that just finishes it off, doesn't it? I could have done with a small one to go on my flower. Let's have a look, see what this looks like first. Oh, it's okay. That's okay, that's fine. And there you go. That is another way of using your DSP. So it's I do find designer series paper quite intimidating sometimes, especially with the all over patterns. I think I've said this before. I never know what I'm going to do with it, but I thought this was quite a different way of different type of card. So I hope you like that. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make it. Hopefully you'll have a go at making something like it, if not copy it or whatever. So thank you very, very, that's the way around, isn't it? That's the one I've just done. Yes, because I can tell by the bows. Thank you very, very much for stopping by today and watching me create again. All the details of all the products are down below, all the materials I've used. My blog details are below, which are www.twinksstamping.co.uk. That is my blog. My online shop details are on there should you wish to purchase any of these products. This link will take you directly to my shop. If you've enjoyed watching the video, please give me a thumbs up, and I look forward to creating more for you in the future. Thank you for stopping by. Goodbye now.